Hiya Chris, well done the lesson. Hope you found it helpful. Just a couple of things to run through to remind you of what we discussed in the session. Obviously the lie of the golf ball is going to be critical in terms of the choice of club you're going to take. Hopefully when you sort of went through the lesson there we discussed how the ball could be sat up on a nice bit of grass or sat down the grass or in the rough, whatever it may be. Just because the ball is in the semi-rough doesn't mean you can just automatically sort of default to your hybrid or your rescue club as people call them, or whatever you might want to do. You need to look at how that ball is sitting in the grass. If it's sat up, then 3-wood, 5-wood, hybrid, absolutely fine. If that ball is sitting down in the grass, or not quite as good a lie as you need to be able to use to get the 3-wood or hybrid on the golf ball, we need to change our choice of club to a more lofted club and basically dig it out to get the ball back into play where we can get on the fairway and obviously in a better lie. So just be a bit more aware of how that ball is sitting in the ground. And that will make a decision as to whether or not you can take the club you want to hit to get the distance required. But in terms of the setup, as we said, you have a little bit of a tendency for your lead arm to kind of curve across your torso there. Just gets your left arm sort of tucked into your body a bit too much, makes it very hard to sort of create a wide swing. And if when the swing does go back, if you now extend your arm here on the way back, you've now got to start taking from a slightly bent left arm to start with to a nice extended arm here as you come back to the golf ball. You've now got to start bending that arm as you come back in to hit the golf ball. Now, if you do that correctly, or the right amount, you may hit a good shot. But from a consistency standpoint, starting with an arm that's kind of flexed or hinged to start with, then extending it and then bending it again, the amount of a movement you're going to make throughout the swings are going to vary from shot to shot. And the club's only going to move half an inch or an inch higher or lower, and you're catching top of the ball or bottom of the golf ball, and the shots are going to be a little bit inconsistent there. So in terms of setting up, try to sort of set up first, club down behind the golf ball, kind of feet together. And we're looking to try and get a nice sort of extended arm from that left side, with the left arm hanging a little bit more from the shoulder, kind of vertically down, and then building your stance in and around that. So when you look at your left arm here now at address, there's a little bit more of an extended arm there. Ideally speaking, the club could be a little bit more further forward, but not too bad. If we compare the position now here of your left arm there to there, it's certainly a much more kind of extended, straighter down arm, much more natural hang for that left arm. So now when you swing the golf club back, your left arm is sort of hanging down straight. As you go back, we maintain that width in the way back. As we come back to the golf ball, we return back to a nice extended left arm and through. And like I said, swinging the golf club very, very nicely. Just had to have sort of too many adjustments there in the swing where the arm's starting off a little bit bent, then extending and then bending. And trying to judge that at the speed you're swinging that golf club, Chris, can be very, very difficult. As I said, check the lie on the ground when you're looking at the shots. If the ball is sat down or in the rough and not in a very good lie, take your medicine, get the ball back on the fairway, even if it means taking sort of 7, 8 or 9 iron, dig it out, hit it 40, 50 yards, get it back in play. From there you can then use a more powerful club, 3-wood or hybrid or whatever club it need to be, from the fairway to get your distance back. But don't try to keep digging out the rough with these so-called rescue clubs that unfortunately don't rescue you from bad lies. So hope that all makes sense. Any questions, obviously, feel free to give me a shout and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, Chris.